Hello, hello, my caffeinated friends. I'm Dawn Robles. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I want to show you how to make this fun little gatefolded card. Now, typically with the gatefold, I can never get mine to shut all the way. So I just added a little piece of Velcro here to keep it shut. And then you still have your full card inside to write your message, stamp your message, whatever you want to do. So, before I get started, as you guys know, I always forget what I need to talk about. So today I would just want to let you guys know that we are in the final stretches of celebration. That's right, we have a week left of celebration. So if you haven't gotten everything you want out of our spectacular little catalogs here, now's the time to do it. But wait, in Stampin' Up! Tradition, they have added new items just yesterday. So, and they're actually from our annual catalog. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and visit my store and you can find all the details there of the new added items. Now again, all of this is while supplies last. So when they're gone, they're gone. Now also I want to remind you that if your order is under $150 to go ahead and use that hostess card, and I will include a nice little trinket of appreciation in the mail to you. So let's go ahead and get started here. I am using the fabulous Timeless Tropical stamp set today. I should say the bundle because we are using the die cuts as well as the stamp set. And I love all the tropical beauty of this stamp set. I don't know what else to call it. And I'm just trying to find all kinds of different ways to use it in different situations. And with, you know, everything that's going on right now, I wanted to send out just some happy mail, just giving people a reason to smile. So these are some of the cards that I will be sending out personally. Enough chatter, let's go ahead and get started with the supply list. You'll need a piece of Pretty Peacock cardstock cut at 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to go ahead and score that at 2 1/8 and at 6 3/8. Go ahead and use a piece of Daffodil Delight cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Then we're going to use a piece of Whisper White cut at 3 3/4 by 5. We need 2 pieces of the DSP from the Timeless Tropical bundle, and those are cut at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Then we're going to use another piece of Pretty Peacock cardstock cut at 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then we're going to use another piece of the DSP, and that piece is cut at 2.5 by 4, and it is the same as this. So this piece here is just the reverse side of this. And then you just need a piece of Daffodil Delight scrap, a piece of Old Olive scrap, a piece of Pretty Peacock scrap, and then of course to stamp your sentiment, a piece of Whisper White. So let's put all those pieces aside and go ahead and get our stamping out of the way. So I give my ink a hard time. I don't know why I always decide to re-ink all my stuff when I'm just going to shoot a video, but that's what I've done. So I am using soft suede to stamp my sentiment. And for me, I'm just using the Rest and Relax, You Deserve It. See if I can do this. I picked a, you know, super small piece of scrap, but hey, oh, it turned out great. Fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick my Whisper White piece, and I am going to just stamp a pineapple on the bottom of my inside greeting. And I'm going to use the Stampin' Right markers. You don't want to use your blends here because those are alcohol markers and you won't be able to clean your stamp set after, or your stamp after that. So You can use crushed curry or Daffodil Delight. And all we're going to do here is I'm going to color that base of that stamp with the crushed curry. And then I'm going to take my Old Olive marker. Now, don't judge because this is really tore up, but it's a lot of years old. And I'm going to just go over that. But you know what? I like a lot of dimension when I'm stamping, so I'm going to do a technique that's called thumping. And that's just going to, I'm just going to kind of come over this on the base. And that's just going to give me a little bit of dimension in my leaves. I'm going to go ahead and huff. And then I'm going to bring it down and just stamp it on the corner. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But we all know me, we need a little glitter. And this kind of just helps color in some of those leaves as well. So I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and just, you can see how it's kind of pulling the green together. And just color my pineapple and then clean my Wink of Stella off. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and just glue our inside sentiment to our Daffodil Delight. Not with that glue gun, we're not. Sorry, but as stampers I have lots of different glues. The Stampin' Up! Snail is my favorite. Actually, the Fast Fuse was, but that's no longer available. So I'm just going to line that up and put that in. And that piece is done as well. Next thing I'll show you how to do is go ahead and die cut that. So I'm just going to bring in my Big Shot here, and I'm not sure I can get you in focus, but I'm going to try. And then I'm going to take my pieces of Daffodil Delight and Old Olive and die cut. So I have my magnetic plate and then I have my glass. And then I'm just going to line those both up. Put my top on and run it through. I'm sorry that I'm shaking the table. That's why I always die cut before I do a video. So I'm trying to take it slow here. I apologize. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and remove these pieces. And this one came out perfect. Look at that. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Okay. So this one popped out beautifully, and you can see it's got all the indention. I don't know, maybe you can't see. It's got all the indentions of the leaves. I just love this set so much. I love every set, so. And then I'm just going to take my die brush and get the rest of the pineapple out. I didn't do it. There we go. And there I've got my pineapple. But wait, it can't be that simple, right? I'm going to put some highlights on the pineapple, so I'm just going to go ahead and actually take my crushed curry. It's a little bit darker than the Daffodil Delight, just to give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm just going to take my finger dauber, my crushed curry, and I will kind of come onto that and do it lightly until you get those dimensions that you want. Okay, that looks good to me. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the stem. I'm going to go ahead and take some Old Olive on that one. And then we're going to curl the leaves. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now see, that one I need to re-ink. Okay, now before I attach these two items together, I want to curl my leaves a little bit. And I'm going to do that by just simply taking my bone folder, and then I'm going to pull them backwards a little bit. And then I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to roll them forward. And then I'm going to pop these, because they are cut, I'm going to kind of pop these up a little bit so they stick up a little bit, like so. See what I done there? So I don't want them all going the same direction because pineapples don't. So I roll some back, I push some forward, just so you got like a little dimension in your card there. Okay, and then I just took my Tombow and just added a very, hopefully I can, just added a little thin. And there I have my pineapple. And again, if you want to bring out some of those colors, you can just kind of highlight with your Wink of Stella, and that'll just actually give it a little bit of highlights here and there. I don't do it all over because I just want some of that stuff to pop up. Okay, so that's all there is to making the pineapple. Now let's just adhere our card together. So I'm going to go ahead and fold on my score lines, fold and burnish. Always remember, burnish from the middle to the outside. Okay, go ahead and open that up and attach my inside. Oh goodness, you always run out of glue at the worst times. And I probably do an overkill too with the glue, but that's me. I don't want it going anywhere. Okay, so now the inside's in, and I'm just going to attach my DSP to the outside of my card there. Am I like really... I need to move up here a little bit, I think. So like so many of you, on Monday, I start homeschooling my kids, and I'm a little bit intimidated by it because I'm not the most patient person in the world, but I have a lot of great support. I have a lot of great teachers in our life, so they've all volunteered to help if I run into a bind here. So blessed in that area of my life for sure. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to be honest with you. When I first seen that, I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. But then yesterday I was just kind of playing around and I came up with that and I thought, I love it now. So it's funny how one little card can change how we feel about something. And then I just kind of eyeball it and line it up over the top and lay it down. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to put our base together here. And I got the jets flying over again today. They have been just going crazy over the last couple of weeks here. I have my stomach growling at you. So you guys are getting the full picture of me. Okay. And then right now, you could pop this up on dimensionals, but it was really hard to try and get even our smallest of dimensionals. Was a little bit difficult to get them where they're not actually showing in there. So I decided just to go ahead and glue it straight down. And so I just took my Tombow and I just kind of filled in all these. And remember, Tombow will gush, so you just want a very thin layer. And of course I didn't want to really glue down my leaves because I do like them curled up, so I just kind of hit the areas that kind of put that where I want it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to my card. And what I did is I kind of found where I wanted it, which I think that looks pretty good. So then I just opened one flap and I kind of made a mark where I didn't want my glue to go past. And I know it's like really hard to see, but I just put a very thin mark, that way I don't have glue everywhere. And then I come back, bring the card back in. Might help if I do it straight for you. And lay that down again. And then I just lined up, and can you believe that? I got it right on the line. Fantastic. Okay. Now, I bought these tiny little Velcro strips. I got them at Michael's in the sewing department. And I just put two of them together, one of the little feet and one of the softer side. And then I'm going to take the feet, the crunchier side I call it, and then I'm just going to put it right here. And then I'm going to peel. It's much easier when you attach them, like so, and then you close your card, rub your finger down a few times, and then you open it, and there your Velcro is perfect. Okay? Okay. Now I just took a piece of Pretty Peacock and my sentiment here and just kind of eyeballed it and cut it where I wanted it. And I'll glue that down, and then I'll just cut around it. I'm going to use a bigger scissors and cut just a little bit more off of here. Give it a little bit nicer border there. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue that down. Yeah, I stamped that twice. That seems to be about the way my day's going. Okay. Okay, there you go. And you can see it's definitely not perfect, but you know what? I'm happy with it. Handmade is not always perfect. Bring my card back in, and I'm going to give this a little curve. Break down the fibers a little bit so it can just have a little curve and kind of pop it up like so. Now, go ahead and grab two of my regular dimensionals and put one on each side. Isn't that pretty? Now, if you wanted to dress it up more, you could use some of the linen thread and tie a bow. Or this comes with some real pretty ribbon too, but I just couldn't work it in the way I wanted it, so. I wanted a double bow, so I cut 2 pieces of linen thread, and then I just simply tie a bow. Maybe I do, and maybe I don't, people. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. That's a trick today. There we go. Tighten it up a little bit. And I kind of like when my bows are not perfect, so you might pull one string, you know, because I like it that way. And then, is it too big? Still a little bit too big, so you just kind of play with your bows until you get them where you want them. The easiest way to adhere that one is simply with a glue dot. So I just take my glue dot and I just kind of roll it up into a little ball and put that right back there, like so, and like so. And I cut off my excess. There we go. Beautiful, simple, easy card. Tell me what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you'd like to place an order or you need a catalog or anything, you can always reach me at caffeinatedcraftlady@yahoo.com. I'm also on Facebook under CCL Designs, or you can visit my site and request a catalog at caffeinatedcraftlady.stampinup.net. Guys, I know we're all trying to do our part here, so I would tell you go out and have a good week, but I'm going to tell you stay in and have a good week. I will talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye for now.